Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today we are doing some acrylic press-on nails again. I am going to be taking my medium square full cover nail tips from Kairos Nail Supply and applying that to my nail stand, and then I'm just taking my mini buffer and buffing off the shine from each of the nails. I do believe we have quite a bit of the medium square full cover nail tips on our website, so if you are interested in these, go ahead and check out our website using the link down below. And if you use code YouTube, it does always save you 20% on your purchases. So for today's acrylic, I will be using the shade Amour. This is a cover acrylic from our Cover Dreams collection. It's a very beautiful, like blushy pink with some glitter in it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's almost identical to the cover color Sweet Talk we have on our website, but the glitter pieces are just a bit different. This one has more of like iridescent glitter like to it, and the Sweet Talk has more of a, I don't know how to describe it, but super fine type of glitter to it. So if you are looking for an alternative to Sweet Talk, this one right here is perfect for that. And the reason I say that, like an alternative to it, is because Sweet Talk is an exclusive cover acrylic, meaning once it is sold out, it is completely sold out. It's not going to be restocking. And the reason for that being is because, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the majority of the acrylics we sell on our website, I hand mix myself. And that one, Sweet Talk, just so happened to be a mixture of all of our failed batches, meaning if I didn't have the correct shade for one of the cover acrylics, I just dumped it into this bigger container. And I just did that with all the failed batches of any type of cover acrylic I made, and it just so happened to make that very beautiful shade for Sweet Talk. So I am not able to exactly replicate that just because I don't know what acrylics I ended up using and all that. So that is why I said it's an exclusive cover. So if you're looking for an alternative, like I said, this one right here is perfect for that, or the cover acrylic Purity. It's just more of like a purple tone compared to Sweet Talk, but it's absolutely a nice alternative as well. So back to the video, I am applying this cover to each of the nails. I'm using about 2 to 3 beads depending on what I need to like use to make the nail structure nice. I'm trying my hardest not to make it super bulky because we are doing acrylic, but I do want it to have a nice structure as well, so that way if someone were to apply these to their nails, it does look like an actual full cover acrylic nail set rather than like the gel press-ons where it's not super structured, if that makes sense. So again, I'm just applying this acrylic powder to each of the nails, and then we will move on to shaping and filing once the acrylic is nice and dried. So these are what the nails are looking like once the acrylic is completely dried. Getting into our filing, I am just taking my 80/80 grit hand file from Kyle's Nail Supply, and I always like to start by shaping the sidewalls to make sure everything is nice and straight. And then once I'm done with that, I do like to thin out the cuticle area so that way it's nice and thin and not super bulky. And then I do finally work over the entire surface of the nail to smooth everything out, and then I like to flip the nail over and follow the free edge to make sure that it's nice and straight as well. And then I am doing the same exact process to each of the nails. Like I've mentioned before, you can use an e-file for this step. I just prefer to use my hand file. Even when I'm doing nails on a client or myself, I do prefer to use a hand file rather than my e-file. I do like to use the e-file though when I'm like sealing my cuticles or anything like that, but other than that, I do like to use my hand file for all my finished filing. I am unsure if our files are in stock right now, but if they are not, we are working our hardest to restock. Everybody absolutely loves our hand files. I love my hand files as well, so I'm doing my best to restock. For reference, we do have only 2 grids on our website. It is the 80/80 grit and the 100/100 grit. But if you guys are wanting more grids, like different grids of hand files, let me know down below and I will work my hardest to get different grids for you guys on our website. Also, if you have shopped our website before, comment down below what type of products you are looking forward to seeing on our website. We are planning to have a couple new ones the beginning of the new year, so stay tuned for that. But we'd also love to hear your guys' feedback on what you would like to see on our website soon. And then once I'm done with my hand file here, I am just taking my mini buffer and buffing over the entire surface of the nail to smooth it out for our nail art. One thing I've been loving to do after I'm done finished filing is taking a lint-free wipe with some acetone and wiping the dust off the nails. And not only that, I feel like it just helps kind of melt the nail together, if that makes sense. And it kind of helps get rid of all those scratches, so when you go in with the nail art, it's a nice smooth surface rather than all those little scratches on the nail. And then this is what the nails are looking like once they're shaped and filed. And here is the nail set we will be doing in today's video. So the 2 gel polish colors I am using is this color here, Blush from Brilliant Noir. I did win this in a giveaway about a year or 2 ago. So I'm using that along with my classic white gel polish from my website. And then here on my palette, I'm just applying 2 spots of the classic white. And the reason being is because I am mixing that pink color into the white to create a nice light pink gel polish color. I have so many gel polishes, but for some reason I do not have this specific shade of pink, so I had to make it each time I want a super light pink color. So that is what I am doing here. So getting started on the nail set, I am doing a French tip here on the middle nail, and I am just using the classic white gel polish for this. And for reference, I am also using my 18mm liner brush to create the French tip. This brush is my favorite when doing French tips, unless I'm doing super long nails, then I use my 25mm liner brush. But other than that, I mainly like to use my 18mm liner brush for all of my French tips that I do. So like mentioned in my previous video, I do like to do the A method when doing my French tips. I just feel like it creates a nice, beautiful French tip. And then I am just taking the brush from the bottle to infill the French tip, and then I will be carrying that for 30 seconds in the nail light, and I will be creating another French tip on the ring nail doing the same exact process. So here on the index nail, I am creating those snowflakes that I also created in my previous video. Like I mentioned in that same video, these snowflakes are just super easy to create and they're super beginner friendly. So I highly recommend doing this if you struggle doing snowflakes. And I am also taking my classic white gel polish color for this and a dotting tool, creating the little grid for my snowflakes. And then I'm just taking my liner brush here to connect all of the dots and create the actual snowflake design. And it's just so beautiful. I feel like this specific snowflake design is just an absolutely perfect addition to any type of winter or Christmas set. So again, I highly recommend doing this if you struggle with snowflakes, or if you struggle trying to figure out what to add to a design. Definitely do these snowflakes and it will just add the perfect touch to your nail design. And then after that, I'm just adding a little bit of dots around the snowflakes to kind of replicate snow. And then I am curing that in the light for 30 seconds. And then I'm doing the same exact thing on the thumbnail as well. And then here on the pinky nail, I am taking that light pink color that we did mix, and I am doing some like little swirly lines. I don't know how to really describe it, like the candy cane swirls, I guess. And I'm only doing 3 of them, not making them super thick, but not super thin as well, like a medium thickness is kind of what I'm going for. So I'm doing 3 of those across the nail, and then after that, I am curing that for 30 seconds in the nail light. Now once those lines are completely cured, I'm going back in with my dotting tool and creating some more snowflakes on this nail. Again, I'm just kind of going with what the reference photo has, and if you're ever doing like an inspo picture, don't feel like you absolutely have to copy every single thing in the nail inspo picture. For some reason though, lately, like the last year, I've been struggling to come up with nail designs, so I just find inspo pictures either on Pinterest or Instagram or anything like that, and I just replicate them. Sometimes I like to add my own twist and like either change the color up or change a few things of the design. But for this specific nail set, I am doing the same exact thing that the inspo picture did have. But once I am done adding the snowflakes to this nail, again, I'm curing that for 30 seconds in the nail light. Now to finish up the nail design, I am adding some pearls and this cute little pink bow here to the nails. So on the middle nail, I'm just applying some of my Model 1's rhinestone glue to like the center of the French tip, or like the center of the smile line of the French tip, and then taking a pink bow and placing it on there. And then I will be flash curing it with my Elegance hand light, and then once I'm done flash curing that, I do put it in the actual nail lamp for a full 30 seconds to fully cure. And then on the ring nail, I am outlining the smile line with some pearls. So again, I'm just applying my rhinestone glue, and I will be applying a bigger pearl to the top portion of the smile line. And then I will be applying some of the smaller pearls around that, just again to outline the smile line. And then once everything is completed, I am going to be putting that in my nail light as well. So this is what the nail set is looking like once everything is completely finished. So to finish up the nail set, I am taking my classic diamond gel top coat, also from my website, and applying that to all the nails. I am trying not to apply it on top of the bow though, because I do want to keep that one, like the bow, matte. But if you want it to be shiny, go ahead and apply your top coat on top of that. But like I said, I wanted it to like keep the matte look to it. And then here on the pearls, I do end up applying the top coat to the pearls, just so that way, like, let's say someone were to wear this actual set, the pearls like don't fade or chip or anything like that. I just like to apply the top coat to those. And then once I'm done, I am going to be wiping down the sidewalls like I am doing here with my brush, and then I am curing that for 60 seconds in the nail light. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.